This is a Spotlight Podcast Network production.
Hey everybody, this is Dalen with the Spotlight Podcast Network. Have you checked out our lineup yet? We've got something for every listener. Dive into the intro podcast with Tazz, Willie Beeman, JJ, and y'all boy T. Get inspired with Walking Through the Word featuring Bishop Sherman Allen. Step into personal growth with Inside Out Healing from Dr. Roslyn, Phenix, and don't miss the powerhouse energy of Coming Out Swinging with Coach Lynette Fully Love. And that's just the beginning. All your favorites are streaming right now on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and on YouTube. Just search All Things Spotlight. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. And hey, thinking about starting your own podcast or ready to level up the one you've got? We've got you covered. Reach out to Tazz today at spotlightmedia.info@gmail.com or call 9725-847-282. That's 9725-847-282. Spotlight Podcast Network, where your voice matters.
Wait, I can't believe we're about to do this. No, just hit play. No, we really about to do it for real. Let's go. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Tazz. Look, I'm excited to be back with you guys. It's been a while since I was solo dolo on anything. The last time you guys heard me, the name of the podcast was In the Spotlight with Tazz. Today, I welcome you guys. I had to change the name, and I'll explain to you guys. I'll explain, then I'll tell y'all what the name of the new show is, although you guys have seen it because you clicked on the page already. Around December, I had someone come up and she was like, I'm ready to start my podcast. I was like, yay, congratulations, let's go. And I was like, so what is the name of your podcast going to be? She was like, it's going to be In the Spotlight with Lady T. I was like, yay, but at the same time, I was like,
Oh my God.
that part, because I was like, wait, I just formed In the Spotlight with Tazz. And I went through the analytics and I was seeing how people had started listening. I was like, oh my God, but I have to, do my thing and let her have that name. Because I didn't want to have two In the Spotlights under Spotlight Podcast Network. So I gave it to her. Well, I let her go on with her show instead of trying to create something else with her. Because she was comfortable with it. Shout out to Lady T on her show. In the Spotlight with Lady T. So, I'm not gonna lie. I went around and around and around and around trying to figure out what I was gonna do. If I was just gonna take everything back to the intro, or if I was gonna just create something new, or how I was gonna do anything at all. And, it hit me. Like, you can't go to the intro because the intro is a whole nother genre of podcast. It's a whole nother type. So, what you talk about on this show won't work there. So tonight it is 3:20 a.m. I say around about 11 o'clock p.m. Friday. I was just sitting there, I was like, I need a name for this show. And I thought about it. It's a show, it's my point of view, it's my vision, how I see things, it's my perspective. So welcome everyone to the Tazz Perspective Podcast, where, of course, you're going to get a bold take on news, politics, TV, film, and culture, all through the Tazz Perspective. So welcome to the show. I'm excited to have you guys. And the crowd goes wild. That part. I know. Y'all stop laughing at me. Anyway, shout out to everyone who's a part of the podcast network. Definitely to my brothers, Willie, Montez, and Darrell. Love you guys. Let's go. We got so much to do. But update, Happy New Year's too. I mean, we're at the end of January, but still, I have not spoken to you guys since last year, so Happy New Year. Man, just getting back into the role of things, I'm learning that I'm still really big on explaining to guys why they should take care of their health. Regardless to what it looked like or what it feel like in your body. Don't be too ashamed to go to the hospital. Don't be too ashamed to say, I need help, because it's played a big role. Realizing that has played a big role in my life and in my body if you have been following me forever, but just recently with everything that I've been dealing with, coming out of or recovering from everything with Bell's palsy and Adams-Hunt syndrome, and being attacked, I want to say 3 times, been a victim of hate crimes or whatever, but I've learned that my health is my wealth, because if I'm not healthy, if I'm not feeling good, nothing else will be accomplished. So I definitely and still I'm taking a lot of time to get me together, because I'm no good for the public if I'm not doing me good, meaning loving myself, understanding myself, taking medicines when I need to take medicines, going to the doctor when I need to go to the doctor, because as much as I want to do this and I want to be here and I want to support people, I want to help people, I want to give people opportunities and chances, if I'm not taking care of myself, none of that matters. And I'm realizing that. So I'm excited, and I would encourage you, whoever you are, male or female, but just male or female, don't ignore what you feel. If you feel hurt, go to the doctor. If you feel there's something wrong mentally, go sit down and talk to somebody. It'll change your life, man, for real. I am getting ready this upcoming week, February 1st through the 6th, for Prophetic Summit at the Christ Cathedral Church in Fort Worth, Texas. My bishop is Sherman C.G. Allen and Dr. Otanya Allen. Man, so I'm looking forward to this year, because last year was my first one, and it completely blew my mind, because that's where Todd Hall was able to be used by God. He had never seen me, heard me, didn't even know who I was, or even if I existed. But whenever he got up to the pulpit last year, he was like, and I'll try to insert a little bit of the video, but he was like, is there somebody last name Gilmore here? And he went alone and he prophesied and told me what God told him about my life. And it's been ridiculous ever since then, in the form of me writing movies and all those things. Since then, I have enrolled in school. I'm a student at Full Sail University, majoring in digital cinematography, and I'm enjoying it so far. They've supplied us with some great things. They supplied us first with the up-to-date iPad, and then they supplied us with a brand new MacBook Pro. Next comes the camera. So I'm learning a lot of things about filming that I didn't know before, and I'm enjoying the ride. So this week is going to be crazy. He's coming back this week, but also I know Pastor Hannah is going to be here. Prophetess Barbara Calloway is going to be here. Apostle Janice Mixon Gay is going to be here. It's so many people. I don't even want to get into the names, but it's going to be ridiculous, and I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, all those things. What's going on in y'all life, man? How are things? We just got out of a ridiculous snow situation here in Dallas, but unfortunately, although it's not snowing, we can't get rid of the ice. We cannot get rid of this ice. Like right now, it is still ice outside of my apartment. So I'm trying to understand why, because it's almost a week. And then they're saying we're going to have more cold today and tomorrow. I don't know. It's just kind of crazy, but I'm here for all the things that it come with. Man, in the news, I wanted to talk about a situation. It's a word that we often say, but we don't, or 2 words that we often say, but we don't think about it until it hit us. Accountability and forgiveness. Let me say it again. Accountability and forgiveness. Now, this topic comes from, I was recently listening to The Breakfast Club, and Lauren LaRosa had a moment where she was talking about Kanye West. He wrote a letter in the New York Times, I want to say it was, and You know what? I'm going to just play this for y'all.
Kanye West has issued a public apology for his past anti-Semitic remarks in a full-page open letter titled "To Those I've Hurt," published in the Wall Street Journal. In the letter, West says his behavior was influenced by untreated neurological damage from a 2002 car accident. Injuries he claims weren't properly diagnosed until 2023 and later contributed to his bipolar type 1 disorder. Now legally known as Jay, he says he lost touch with reality and during that time gravitated toward the most destructive symbol I could find, the swastika. One of the difficult aspects of having bipolar type 1 are the disconnected moments, many of which I still cannot recall, that led to poor judgment and reckless behavior that oftentimes feels like an out-of-body experience, he wrote. I regret and am deeply mortified by my actions in that state and am committed to accountability, treatment, and meaningful change. It does not excuse what I did, though. West traced his condition back to the same crash that inspired Through the Wire, saying the deeper injury, the one inside my skull, went unnoticed. He also revealed a 4-month manic episode in early 2025 marked by psychotic, paranoid, and impulsive behavior that destroyed my life, adding that his wife, Bianca Sensori, encouraged him to seek help. The scariest thing about this disorder is how persuasive it is when it tells you you don't need help. West closed by apologizing to the Black community, saying the Black community is unquestionably the foundation of who I am. I am so sorry to have let you down. I love us.
So I want to ask a couple questions, make a couple points on, again, my perspective. Yes, Kanye said some things, some very cruel things to people who did not do anything to him. I like to use the term bleeding on people who didn't cut you. Yes, he said a lot of things about people, like I said, that did nothing to him, never touched him or whatever. But with this letter, his explanation about why he said things that he said, wore things that he wore, sold things that he sold, that now he's saying, I know it's not right. How do we feel? Do we hold him to that past of what he said and never forgive him and never give him a second chance? Or do we see the vulnerability of somebody who's going through something and say, I see that, thus, or I'm willing to give you another chance? And not right off, just jump back in 100%. I'm gonna give you time to see your actions about certain things that would have caused you to do a certain thing or act a certain way, and then make my judgment from there. But then, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people have already made up in their mind, Kanye, you said and done this for so long, this is just who you are, and that's what I'm gonna believe it to be. Which one are you? Me personally, this is me personally now. I am the person who, because I know that I'm not perfect, because I know that I've done things, I've said things to people that hurt them, whether I wanted it to on purpose or whether it was just worded the wrong way and it hurt their feelings and I needed them to forgive me. I am the person who say, because I am not in Kanye's body, in his mind, or in his house to even know what his actions is, all I can go do is go by what you say. I can't pass judgment and say, because you done XYZ, this is who you are, especially with the understanding of what you wrote in this letter, Kanye. You have basically told us that you weren't in your right mind. Now, what I don't want this to be, I don't want this to be one of those things where later on, you come back and you do this again. Because, like, it's been about a year since I've heard from you, bro. It's been about a year since we've heard from you. So you coming back now with this makes me think that within that year's time, you've been doing some work on yourself. And I forgot who it was on the Breakfast Club, done an interview, and he was saying that whenever you were with him at a comedy club or whatever, you got up, crowd applaud, wonderful. And he said that he saw a different Kanye also. I want to believe that that's who you really are. Now, for individuals, how do you treat that? Again, do you want to believe Kanye and give him another chance? Do you want to forgive? Or do you just want to be like, nope, I'm letting you go because you've done this before. You said all these things and you hurt people, whatever the case may be. So I'm not giving you another chance. If you are the person that says that, what happens if something happens in your life and you have to ask for forgiveness? You have to ask for another chance. How would you want people to look at you, treat you, avail you who you are? Good question, right? Do you believe in second chances for other people as much as you believe in second chances for yourself? Let me say it again. Do you believe in second chances for other people the way you believe in second chances for yourself? You don't want anyone to hold you to the ply for something that you done at a point in time where you were not probably in your right mind, or you done something because you were trying to survive, or you done something because you was desperate, or whatever the case. But after you realize that part of your life is over and you have to go back and make things right, you want people to forgive you. Can we do the same?
Hey, it's Dalen again. Thank you for tapping into the Tazz Perspective Podcast. Do me a favor, share this episode on your social and let your people know what you're listening to. I want to hear what you think, so leave a comment wherever you're locked in. And don't forget to subscribe to the Tazz Perspective Podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and search All Things Spotlight on YouTube. I'll catch you next time.